hope y'all enjoyed the trailer for me becoming a principal. I know it was a little goofy here and there, but also serious because there's a mix. There were some awesome pictures of me and my students accomplishing great things together, like in words like passion and joy and caring, because those things are very important when it comes to any type of education. And there's also some silly pictures of me in there, because that's important too. You have to have fun, but also be professional, which I teach my kids all the time. Which brings me to the first question: why do I want to pursue this program? Behind me, it says, "Your voice matters." That is our motto in the Speech and Debate program at Central High School for my students. And that's my goal every day, is to make sure that their voices matter. I don't want to silence them. I don't want to move them to a different type of voice. I want to amplify the voice they already have. And what greater program is this to do that, not only with students, but continue to fellow staff as well. And that's why I want to be a principal. I've been a teacher here at Central High School for 5 years. I've been a state and national champion coach. And on top of that, I have taught a lot of kids, and they've taught me how to be confident, how to have fun, how to be themselves while still being professional. Now, I want to take that and what I've learned here in this program and keep moving on up. And that's a big reason why I want to pursue this program, because I know this program could teach me and challenge me to do the same thing with not only students still in whatever school I go to, but my fellow staff as well. I want to lead my staff and be there with them and also learn with them. And that's what I try to teach my kids every day. Being in a program of about 100 students, it's already very similar to running something very, very big like a school, essentially. And there's little things that I do every day and every week that is really important for that program. And the number one thing is building relationships. And that's why I want to pursue this program, so I can continue to build relationships with not only students, but faculty and staff wherever I go. And there's different ways you can do that. I do that in writing index cards, writing encouraging notes to kids every day, to also my fellow staff already. And I see that, and I want to continue to be that for people. So why I want to pursue this program is because I've not only hit a ceiling right now with this program, and we're still growing, I want to keep growing in my professional career as well. So yes, I want to continue leading and loving these kids, but I also want to learn how to do that on a deeper level, and this program will help me do that. And then it will set me up for success in whatever else I want to do in education. I want to pursue a higher education for a lot of those reasons, but really, it's all about this behind me: your voice matters. And if it truly does, I want to learn how can I amplify not only my students' voices, but fellow staff as well. When I am a principal one day, which I will be, then I want to make sure that that is still my motto. And this program is going to help me with that. Now that I've talked about why I'm pursuing this program and the importance of relationships, it leads me to the second prompt. What do I see as roles of leadership in the education profession? Well, I think of us as strong leaders. So in Speech and Debate Coach fashion, that's the acronym I'll go over: being a strong leader. Because being a leader is very, very important, and it takes a lot, but using strong will help us out. So S is selfless, which is really the foundation of being a leader, meaning you put others first, not yourself. When you truly want to lead a group of people like I do with my students and my fellow staff, you want to put them first before yourself. And when I'm a principal, I will do just that. Even when I've had a tough day, other things are happening, a true leader sits down, gets on the same eye level as them, and listens, and is there for them, and is selfless. A true leader puts others before themselves. Now, let's go to T, trustworthy. It's very, very hard, but important to be trustworthy. Now, trusting someone's super hard, especially if they've already burnt you before. But you have to trust people if you want to be a good leader. And you have to be somebody that they want to trust. So that goes on a lot of levels. But as a principal, I would be someone that first of all gets to know my faculty and know my students well enough where they can trust me and I can trust them. That's the first and foremost thing when it comes to trustworthy. You have to get to know them on that level. That way they can trust you. And you can show them that you are trustworthy by being there for them. That means showing up before the meeting times that I call. That means being there even when I say I'm not going to be there. That means being there for them. It shows them that, hey, they can trust me. As a principal, I'll do just that. R is refuel. Very, very important. It means taking care of yourself. Your body and your mind. Now, to lead other people, you have to take care of yourself first and foremost. Not only drink a lot of water, get good rest, but also your mental health is super important. Just like on the airplane, if the oxygen mask comes down, you have to put it on yourself first and then help others around you. That's just like education. We have to take care of ourselves first, surround ourselves with people that will help us with that, and then help others around us. Very, very important part of being a leader. Now, the next part is overcome. We must overcome a lot of tough things. And as a principal, we're going to have a lot of conflict every day. And I love that because each challenge is something new. And if I really, truly listen to people and know my people, then overcoming will be that much easier. But overcoming means we have to overcome with people and put people that we trust with us so we can overcome together. When tough things are happening, right, we have to overcome it. And I say this to my students all the time. We can't control a lot of things that happen. But what we can control is how we respond. And we must respond with positivity. And that's overcoming. The next thing is next level. Take it to the next level. That means if you're doing great, I always ask my students, how can you be even better? How can you improve? And I'll ask myself that same question every day. And as a principal, I'll do just that. Do creative things, different things that no other principal does. And that's what I will do. And this program will help me out with that. Going next level for my staff and my students. And the last thing is grateful. All of those are very important, but being grateful may be the most important thing. Because we have to understand where we came from, the people around us, and reflect. And as a principal, I will do just that. I will do things where I highlight staff, where other staff gets to highlight students and other staff on the great things they've done that we're grateful for with each other. So being an educational leader, there's a lot, but being strong is super important, and we can do that together. And as a principal, I'll do just that. We've talked about the importance of being a relational leader, especially in education. But now this leads me to the third prompt. Am I an equitable, centered educator? And I believe yes. And it's tough to be this because you have to work very hard to do it. But I believe that's really what we truly do here at the Speech and Debate program. Because equality and equity are two different things. Equality means everybody's equal. But equity means not everybody starts from the same place. And us as educators, we have to understand that and adapt. Whether it be how we teach them, how we learn with them, how we treat them, every student comes from a different place. And we must be equitable in our teachings. Not only our students come from different places, our faculty does too. For example, I believe that my program is one of the most equitable places, not just on campus, but in the state and maybe the nation. Because not only, like I said, their voice matters and they truly believe that, but in the things we do, we make sure it's centered to each person. For instance, when they perform a dramatic or humorous or a program, they get to pick what they want to perform. And then they get to connect it to their own lives. Now, being equitable means you know your students, know where they come from, and adapt to that. And you grab literature and speeches and debate cases that connect to them on a very good level. Now, we do that in this program every day. Now, as a principal, I will do the same thing. And the way we can do that is learn from each other and know the staff, but know where they come from. And once you know where they come from, you know how to treat them fairly and with justice. And that's what equity is. And that's why it's super, super important to be equitable as an educator. Because everyone starts from a different place. My role is to meet them where they're at, love them, know them, and lead them. And hopefully that trailer of the principal dream will soon be a reality.